Hi there, this is Syed Firoz Ahmad, a PhD in English research scholar. Dear students, today I am going to teach you letter writing, and this is the lecture number 1. My dear students, before I go ahead, I would like to discuss something before. First of all, I would like to say that this letter writing lecture is important for different classes, whether it is class 12th, 11th, 9th or 10th or 6th, 7th, 8th, any class. If you are a student of English subject, this is important for you. This letter writing is important for the competitive students also, who are preparing for different competitions or competitive examinations like NDA, UPSC, BPSC, railways, banking or anything. Students, in this lecture I will discuss on certain points. So listen to those certain points first of all, on which I would discuss on later on. The first point is I will tell you about the definition of letter writing. Second, I will give you the types of different letter writings. Then after, I will tell you about the informal letter writing. So these are the value points or important points on which I would like to discuss on later on. So be with me, keep patience and learn this video, learn this letter writing in this video till the end. Do not skip this, otherwise you will not be able to learn a very important thing which is used in our day-to-day life every day. Okay students, now let's start. Here, this is the definition, or you can say a letter is a written message. Okay, what is this? Yes, this is a written message that can be handwritten or printed on paper. Okay, so you know, handwritten means you take out a piece of paper from your notebook or from your letter book, and then after you write with your pen or pencil. Okay, and sometimes we use computers to write on, or printing, typewriter to print or type that on a piece of paper. So this is the electronic format, printed one electronic, and handwritten means that you write with your pen through your hands. It is usually sent to the recipient. Students, recipient means the person who will receive your letter. Means you write a letter, you are the writer, and to whom you send the letter, that receiver is also called recipient. Okay, and we send the letter via mail or post. Okay, so there are different services which deliver our post or our letter to the recipient. Okay, we sometimes send through courier, sometimes through postal services in an envelope. But remember, envelope is not essential. Okay, sometimes we write simply on a piece of paper, and that paper is sent. Okay, there are different formats, there are different modes of sending, although this is not a requirement as such that I have told you before. Any such message that is transferred via post is a letter. Okay, understood? When we transfer or send some message written on a piece of paper through post or mail, that is called a letter. Okay, and remember, a letter is a written conversation between two parties. Means the first party is you. Okay, means you are the writer, and the second party is the person who receives your letter information. Okay, sorry, written information means your letter. All right students. Okay, now that emails, very well, today in modern era, modern age, emails means, that means electronic mails are taking good places. Okay, you know about Gmail, that means Google Mail. You know about Ymail, that means Yahoo Mail, and there are different other services also like Rediff and so on. Okay, so here we shall learn about advantages and disadvantages too. If you write a letter, that means, sorry, email, that is an electronic mode of writing a letter, that is very easy to send someone, okay, in any corner of the world instantly. Okay, with a single click you can send to any person living in any country of the world. All right, but remember, sometimes email is not considered as 100% official and authentic, because there you do not give your own signature. All right, unless that sender or email ID is foolproof, or that is reliable, the letter sent through any email cannot be considered as authentic one, because that can be sent by any person. You can write a letter and you can send the letter in the name of government of India or the government of UK, okay, to any person about the selection for a particular job, but that is not authentic unless you get the letter from the websites of these institutions, or the printed format, means the letter in the printed form with the logo, with the signature of the official, and sometimes the seal or the stamp of the particular institution. Alright students, so for certain or simple things, for sending instant messages anywhere, we can use email. So that is the advantages, and the disadvantages also that I have discussed before. And text and other such forms have become the norm for communication. The art of letter writing has taken a backseat, but not completely, because today when we send something very officially, very authentic and very confidential, so that is the letter in the form of, the letter which is written on a piece of paper that is sent. Okay students, so however, even today a lot of our communication, especially the formal kind, means official kind, is done through letters that I have discussed. Whether it is a cover letter for a job, that means the application letter for a job that you write someone, or to some employer, okay, to a certain company, to a certain industry, okay, to a certain manager, okay, seeking certain post or job. So that confirmation letter, or means even you write a cover letter on a piece of paper and submit, okay, and when that is accepted, you receive at your home the joining letter or the acceptance letter or acknowledgement letter, just through mail written on a piece of paper, or the bank sending you a reminder, or a college acceptance letter. Letters are still an important mode of communication. Even the governments, because suppose the government of India wants to communicate with the government of the UK or the USA or any country in the world, they send the official letter on a piece of paper, okay, that is regarded as 100% official. Okay, letters are still an important mode of communication that we all know very well, which is why it is important that we know the intricacies of letter writing. So here letter writing becomes very much important. So unless you have the art of writing a letter, your letter will not be regarded as a good one, and there is the big chance of the rejection of your letter, especially when you are writing a letter for the job. Okay students, now we shall talk about the types of different letters. So letters are of different types that we shall discuss right now. So let us first understand that there are broadly two types of letter, namely informal letters and formal letters. So students, informal letters means the letters which are very personal, that you write to your very close friends, your relatives and your acquaintances. All right, and the formal letters are those letters which are official letters, which are not meant for personal, that can be read by any person who belongs to a certain institution or a certain organization where you have sent that letter. that letter or those letters can be put on reviews, all right, that can be sent to the peers, peer groups, any person. So these letters do not remain personal, all right. So both these letters have different formats of writing. Bit by bit, and in different lectures we shall learn these two types of letters very easily, and with full information, with full details. So beyond this video, keep patience and listen the further things which are very important. But then there are also a few subtypes of letter based on their contents, okay, and formalities or the purpose of writing, etc. So do not use the same format for each and every letter. In informal letter, that remains the same, but when you write the formal letter, that means official letter, that changes, though means the format of these letters change time to time, and according to the contents or according to the formalities or according to the purpose of writing. So we shall learn in these lectures, in this lecture, in the other upcoming lectures, very clearly, means how to write the official letter to a particular office or to a particular firm or organization. Okay students, let us have a look at the few types of letter. So these are the types of letters. First, informal letter, and the second, formal letter. And in this formal letter, these are the subtypes. So the subtypes, first of all, official letter, the business letter, job or cover letter, social letter, application letter, and even in this business letter we can have other subtypes of letter, like, okay, letter of complaint, letter of order, placing order, letter of inquiry, and plenty of subtype of letter that we shall learn, that we shall discuss later on. Okay, well students, so first of all, what comes? The informal letter. So in this lecture I will tell you about the format of informal letter, and I will give you one sample also for your better understanding. So let's have a look. Informal letter means the personal letter needs not follow any set pattern or adhere to any formalities, because that goes to your loving one, and those people can accept you in any way, very well. Your father, your uncle, he can accept you in any way, all right. Your close friends can accept you in any way. So here you do not adhere to any particular or fixed formality. So these letters contain personal information or are a written conversation. Informal letters are generally written to friends, acquaintances. Acquaintances means what? Means the people you know very well, okay, or that means those people too know you very well. So these are acquaintances, means these are neither your relatives nor friends. So apart from these two things they are, and relatives, etc., that means we write. So this is the format of informal letter writing, means these are the certain points that you have to mention essentially. So first of all, what will you write? Yes, sender's address, means who is the sender. Yes, you are the sender, means you are writing the letter, that's why you are the sender. So here your address will be written. First of all, you can write this in the left side on the top head, or you can write on the right side of the top head of your letter book or letter page. Then after, you have to write the date. Date means you have to write the date directly. For example, if you want to write today's date, that is 15th June 2020, so such dates may be written, but never write DATE date, okay, that looks all awkward. And then after, the salutation comes. Salutation means when you start writing the body of the letter, before that first certain phrase is written, like dear sir, dear madam, whatever. But in this informal letter, remember, you have to write dear papa, dear mummy, okay, dear bhaiya or dear big brother, okay, like this. Or if you are writing to a friend, you may mention the name directly, okay, dear Monty, dear Frederick, dear Savita, and so on. Then after, the body of letter comes, and these are divided into 3 paragraphs. Okay, in the first paragraph you have the introduction, and in the second paragraph you come to the point and you write that means main thing that for which you are writing the letter to the person. And in the last or in the third paragraph, again you have to conclude, and you have to leave some, here you have to leave some formalities. And then after, complementary closing. Okay, so that's also important. You have to write something like with regards and so on, so that is important. And then after, signature, here you have to write your full name. That is widely accepted. Never write initials. Okay student, now we'll have one example for a clear idea. So this is the sender's address, means your address, sector 17 Washi, that means this is the name of the area, and New Bombay, this is the state. Then after, you have to leave one line of space, and then after you have to write the date, 6th July 2013, or any date that you have to mention here. Sometimes this portion is written in the left side also, no problem, you can write, especially if you are the student of CBSE, then they cannot object you, that is a fashion there. Okay, but if you're writing for different other boards, so they may object. But remember, as I have told you before too, that this is an informal letter or personal letter, so here lots of things are forgiven, but still, to give a better look to your letter, you have to write the things in a pattern. So here, this is the salutation, means I had told you earlier too, dear sir, dear madam, whatever, and here this is dear Maya. So this is the first paragraph. This is of the introduction that I told you to before. Thank you very much for your last letter. It was great to hear from you after so many months. You seem to be having a nice time in France. Then after, what comes? Yes, that this is the content section, and here you write, thanks also for the photographs. I absolutely loved that snap of yours standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. Okay, France looks stunning someday. I would definitely like to go there. There's not much happening here. I'm busy with my work and kids. And this is the conclusion. By the way, are you coming home anytime soon? If you are, let me know the dates and we can arrange to meet up. And then after, this is the complimentary end. Okay, hope to see you soon, or you may write here with regards or with bags of love or whatever. And then after, this is the signature. So remember, here you have not to write the designation as you write in the formal letter. Okay, here simply you have to write your name. Okay, and here you have to write the name in very, very short. Suppose if your full name is Aditi Kumari Singh, so that is not essential to write Kumari plus Singh plus whatever your title comes. Okay, only Aditi is enough, because you are writing to that person who knows you very well. Alright students, so thank you for watching this, and in the next lecture I will discuss about the formal letter, okay, in details. Okay, but remember this, the formal letter is a very long piece of writing, and there you have to think, there you have to learn plenty of things very minutely, because that matters a lot for your business, for your employment, or for your communication and such things. All right, I hope you have understood. Okay, thank you very much.